Alert! Never make these 8 mistakes when eating eggs again. Find right ways. Golden vitality. Hello everyone. Today we will discuss a food considered the best and cheapest in the world, eggs. We all know that eggs are not only delicious but also packed with precious nutrients. But did you know that sometimes the wrong way of eating eggs prevents you from fully receiving the health benefits they offer? Don't worry, because today we will point out 8 serious mistakes that most people often make when eating eggs. Notably, many people are completely unaware of the potential harm from these habits. And of course, we will also guide you on how to properly prepare this delicious food to gain maximum benefits. Eating eggs correctly can bring significant positive changes to our health. However, if eaten incorrectly, firstly, the nutritional value of eggs will be significantly reduced. And secondly, sometimes they can even harm our health instead of providing benefits. Don't be alarmed or surprised yet. Watch this video until the end, and you will understand how to maximize the nutritional value and benefits from eating eggs. Now let's learn about the 8 common mistakes when eating eggs. Overcooking eggs. The first and very common mistake is cooking eggs at too high a temperature or for too long. You need to know that protein, the main nutrient in eggs, is very sensitive to high heat. When exposed to excessive heat, the structure of the protein becomes denatured, meaning its natural 3-dimensional spatial structure is altered. This not only reduces the body's ability to absorb and utilize the protein, but can also create unwanted compounds. The protein in eggs will be altered and its quality degraded if you overcook it in any way. In particular, you have surely noticed overcooked boiled eggs. The white becomes rubbery, losing its inherent tenderness. The yolk turns grayish-yellow or even develops a greenish ring around it. This greenish ring is the result of a chemical reaction between sulfur in the egg white and iron in the yolk at high temperatures, forming iron sulfide. This is a clear sign that the egg has been overcooked. When you cook eggs too thoroughly, especially the yolk, some important proteins and heat-sensitive vitamins, like B vitamins, are destroyed or altered, reducing their nutritional value. Therefore, eating an overcooked egg provides far fewer health benefits than an egg cooked just right. Using old or spoiled eggs. The second major mistake some people make is cooking and eating eggs that are old or no longer fresh. Naturally, fresh eggs usually contain very few or no harmful bacteria inside the yolk and white, thanks to the protective shell and natural antimicrobial mechanisms. Therefore, fresh eggs are considered relatively safe for health when handled and prepared correctly. However, over time, the eggshell becomes more porous, allowing bacteria from the external environment to penetrate inside. Old eggs also gradually lose moisture and CO2, increasing the internal pH, creating a more favorable environment for bacterial growth, especially spoilage bacteria or even pathogenic bacteria like salmonella. Many people might be wondering how to tell if an egg is fresh or old. There's a simple and effective test. Take an egg and gently place it in a bowl or glass of cold water. A fresh egg will sink completely to the bottom and lie horizontally. A slightly older egg, about 1 to 2 weeks, will sink, but one end will tilt upwards slightly. An old egg, several weeks or more, will float on the surface of the water. The reason is that over time, the air sac inside the egg enlarges due to moisture and gas loss, increasing the egg's buoyancy. If the egg floats, it's best to discard it. Those eggs are too old and have a high risk of being spoiled or contaminated. Always check the freshness of eggs before cooking, especially when using them for direct consumption, boiled, fried. This ensures the eggs do not harm your health and only provide nutritional benefits. Slightly older but not spoiled eggs can still be used for baking, where high temperatures will kill bacteria, but they should not be used for undercooked or raw dishes. Always prioritize freshness when choosing eggs to eat. 3. Storing eggs improperly. The third major mistake relates to eating eggs that have been stored incorrectly. Egg storage methods can vary by country and regulations. For example, in the US and some other countries, eggs are typically washed before sale and require refrigeration to prevent the growth of salmonella on the shell. Meanwhile, in many European countries and other regions, eggs are not washed to preserve the natural protective layer called the bloom or cuticle, and are often stored at room temperature. This coating helps prevent bacteria from penetrating the shell. You can store eggs anywhere, refrigerator or room temperature, depending on the type of egg you bought and local recommendations. But there's an important principle to remember. Eggs can absorb odors and flavors from their surroundings due to the porous nature of the shell. Therefore, do not store eggs near strong-smelling foods like onions, garlic, fish, or odorous chemicals. Store eggs in their original carton or a dedicated egg container to limit odor absorption. The second important thing is to maintain a stable storage temperature. Sudden temperature changes, e.g., taking eggs out of the fridge and putting them back in, can cause condensation on the shell surface, creating a moist environment for bacteria to grow and penetrate inside. Whether storing in the fridge or at room temperature, ensure the temperature remains stable. If refrigerating, keep them at around 4 degrees, 40 degrees, and avoid storing them in the refrigerator door, where temperatures fluctuate the most. Proper storage helps keep eggs fresh longer and prevents the growth of bacteria like salmonella, ensuring food safety. Not caring about the eggshell. Remember, the surface of the eggshell can harbor bacteria, dirt, or fecal matter from the farm environment. Although the inside of a fresh egg is usually sterile, the shell is not. If you are not careful when cracking eggs, paying no attention to shell hygiene, bacteria from the shell surface can easily contaminate the white and yolk inside. This is particularly important when you try to separate the yolk and white by passing the yolk back and forth between the two halves of the shell. This is a common technique, but carries a high risk of contamination because the yolk and white come into direct contact with the outer surface and sharp edge of the shell. Therefore, handle eggs carefully. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap before and after handling eggs. Avoid cracking eggs directly onto the rim of the bowl you will use for preparation. Instead, crack the egg on a clean, flat surface, like a cutting board or countertop, or into a separate small bowl before adding it to the main mixture. If you need to separate the yolk and white, use a dedicated egg separator or clean hands after washing thoroughly. Discarding the egg yolk. The fifth mistake, and very common, especially among bodybuilders or those afraid of fat, is eating only the egg white and discarding the yolk. Some people believe that due to the high cholesterol content in the egg yolk, it can harm cardiovascular health. However, this notion is somewhat outdated. Many modern scientific studies show that dietary cholesterol has significantly less impact on blood cholesterol levels in most people compared to saturated and trans fats. For the majority of healthy individuals, eating egg yolks in moderation does not significantly increase the risk of heart disease. More importantly, the egg yolk is where most of the egg's valuable nutrients are concentrated. It contains large amounts of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, important for eyes and skin, vitamin D, essential for bones and the immune system, and eggs are one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant, and vitamin K, important for blood clotting and bones. The yolk is also rich in B vitamins, especially vitamin B12, necessary for nerve function and blood formation, and choline, important for brain function, liver health, and fetal development. Furthermore, the yolk contains healthy fats, including monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, like omega-3s, depending on the hen's diet, essential for heart and brain health. It also contains important eye antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. When we discard the yolk, we inadvertently eliminate most of the vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and associated health benefits. Therefore, unless there is a specific medical indication, eating the whole egg, including the yolk, generally provides more nutritional benefits. Using cracked eggs. The eggshell is a natural protective layer, preventing bacteria and contaminants from the external environment from entering the egg. When the shell is cracked, even a small, hard-to-see crack, this protective barrier is compromised. Bacteria present everywhere in the environment, on surfaces, in the air, can easily enter through the crack and begin to multiply in the nutrient-rich environment inside the egg. This significantly increases the risk of bacterial contamination and food poisoning when eating these eggs, especially if they are not cooked thoroughly. Therefore, it is extremely important to carefully inspect the eggshells before buying. Open the carton and examine each egg, ensuring there are no cracks or breaks, and even after bringing them home, check again before use. If you find an egg has cracked during transport or storage, it is best to discard that egg. Do not use it, especially for raw or undercooked dishes. This precaution helps ensure food safety. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. The seventh major mistake is the habit of eating raw or undercooked eggs, runny yolks. Although some people enjoy the taste or believe in certain benefits of eating raw eggs, e.g., in homemade mayonnaise, tiramisu, or drinking them directly, this practice carries significant health risks. Raw or undercooked eggs can contain salmonella bacteria, a common cause of food poisoning. Salmonella infection can cause unpleasant symptoms such as high fever, severe abdominal pain, severe diarrhea, possibly bloody, nausea, vomiting, and headache. In severe cases, especially in young children, the elderly, pregnant women, and individuals with weakened immune systems, salmonella infection can lead to dangerous complications like severe dehydration, blood infection, sepsis, and even death. Besides the risk of infection, eating raw eggs does not provide optimal protein absorption. Protein in raw eggs is harder to digest than protein in cooked eggs. The cooking process slightly denatures the protein structure, making it easier for the body's digestive enzymes to access and break them down into amino acids for absorption. Studies show that our bodies can absorb up to 90% of the protein from cooked eggs, while this rate is only about 50% for raw eggs. Furthermore, raw egg whites contain a substance called avidin, which can bind to biotin, vitamin B7, and hinder the absorption of this important vitamin, although consuming a large amount of raw egg white is needed to cause significant biotin deficiency. Therefore, eating raw eggs not only carries the risk of illness, but also reduces nutrient absorption and may not be as palatable as cooked eggs. Using too much oil when frying eggs. The final mistake on the list, but also very common, is frying eggs in too much oil or fat. Fried eggs, sunny side up, scrambled, are a popular and tasty breakfast food, but the preparation method can greatly affect its health value. If you fry eggs swimming in oil or use too much butter or animal fat, you are inadvertently adding a large amount of calories and unhealthy fats, especially saturated fats or trans fats, if using hydrogenated oils, to the dish. This can diminish the inherent health benefits of eggs and contribute to weight gain or other health problems if consumed regularly. Moreover, heating oils and fats to high temperatures for extended periods can create harmful compounds. Instead of deep frying, there are much healthier cooking methods. It's best to cook eggs using water-based methods, such as poaching or boiling. These methods require no added fat, preserving the natural calorie content of the egg. If you still prefer the taste of fried eggs, choose a healthier frying method. Use only a very small amount of healthy cooking oil, such as extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, or even a little natural butter, clarified butter, ghee. Using a good non-stick pan also helps reduce the amount of oil needed. And importantly, fry the eggs over low or medium-low heat. Lower temperatures help retain more nutrients and limit the oil from burning or transforming into harmful substances. This way, you can still enjoy fried eggs without significantly compromising their health benefits. So what is the right way to eat eggs for maximum benefit? Now the question arises, how should eggs be eaten to provide maximum health benefits? What is the correct way to prepare and consume them? To cook eggs perfectly and healthily, follow these 4 methods. Low-calorie cooking methods. If you want to enjoy the delicious taste of eggs while controlling calorie intake, especially when trying to maintain or lose weight, then boiling or poaching are the ideal choices. Boiled eggs. You can cook them hard-boiled or soft-boiled, according to your preference. Boiled eggs require no added oil or fat, preserving their natural nutritional value and calories. Poached eggs. This method involves cooking the egg directly in hot, not rapidly boiling water, often with a little vinegar added to help the white set better. Poached eggs are tender, light, and also contain no added calories from fat. These methods minimize calorie intake compared to fried or scrambled eggs that use a lot of oil or fat. Choosing the right oil for frying, if you still want to eat. Fried eggs. The choice of cooking oil and the frying method are very important. Prioritize good fats. Use healthy cooking oils rich in unsaturated fats, such as extra virgin olive oil, used for low-medium heat. Coconut oil, suitable for slightly higher temperatures, or natural butter, ghee. These oils are not only healthier, but also add flavor to the eggs. Use low heat. It is crucial to keep the heat low or medium-low when frying eggs. High temperatures not only destroy nutrients in the egg, but can also cause the oil to burn and transform into harmful substances. Heat stable oils if higher heat is needed. If you need to fry at a higher temperature, though not recommended for eggs, choose oils with a high smoke point that are stable at high temperatures and less prone to oxidation, such as avocado oil or high oleic sunflower oil. However, minimize high heat frying for eggs as much as possible. Minimum oil. Use only enough oil to prevent sticking. Do not fry in a pool of oil. Combining eggs with vegetables. A great way to maximize the flavor and enhance the nutritional value of eggs is to combine them with vegetables. Boost fiber and vitamins. Adding vegetables to your egg dish will supplement a large amount of fiber, aiding digestion, vitamins, minerals, and other antioxidants that eggs may lack. Create a balanced and satiating meal. This combination forms a complete, nutritionally balanced meal that helps you feel full longer. Supporting weight management, versatile preparation. You can cook eggs with vegetables in many different ways according to your liking. Make an omelette with mushrooms, bell peppers, onions, spinach. Make scrambled eggs with tomatoes, asparagus, or simply boil eggs, slice them, and mix them into a fresh vegetable salad. Choosing the healthiest eggs within your means. There are many different types of eggs available on the market today, and they can differ in price as well as nutritional content. Farm eggs, conventional eggs. These are the most common and cheapest type, usually from hens raised in cages and fed industrial feed. Omega-3 enriched eggs. Hens are fed special feed like flaxseed to increase the omega-3 content in the eggs. Desi eggs, free-range eggs. Hens are allowed to roam freely outdoors, possibly foraging for insects and plants, in addition to provided feed. Organic eggs. Hens are raised according to strict organic standards, without antibiotics or hormones, fed organic feed, and allowed free range. In general, eggs from free range or organic hens, desi eggs, are often considered slightly higher in nutritional value than conventional eggs. For example, they may contain more omega-3s, vitamin D, vitamin E, and antioxidants due to the hen's diverse diet and better living conditions. However, they are also usually significantly more expensive. Many studies have indicated nutritional differences between eggs from different farming methods. Consider your budget, health concerns, animal welfare preferences, and local availability to choose the most suitable type of egg for you and your family. Regardless of the type, eggs remain a valuable source of nutrition. Make eggs an essential part of your healthy diet. By now, you must have realized the mistakes to avoid when eating eggs and how to prepare them correctly to gain the most benefits. Eggs are a wonderful nutritional gift from nature, but how we handle, store, and cook them plays a decisive role in unlocking their full health potential. Thank you very much for watching the video and visiting the channel. I hope you learned a lot of useful information from today's video. If you found this video helpful, please press the like button and share this video with your friends and family. And if you are new to the channel and haven't subscribed to Golden Vitality channel yet, please press the subscribe button so you don't miss other useful health knowledge videos. See you in the next video. Goodbye.